With me is Vina Nadjibulla. She is the Vice President of the Asia Pacific Foundation of Canada and an expert in many sense when it comes to India-Canada relationship. Welcome to WION. We are meeting at a time when the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is set to visit India. This is seen as an important milestone visit. How do you see this visit helping the relationship?
Absolutely. This is a very significant visit. It will allow to consolidate the reset that our two prime ministers began in last year, in June of last year here in Canada. It will allow to elevate and expand the relationship as well. We anticipate a number of announcements in the economic sector, as well as education, technology, partnerships, as well as new areas like defense, which traditionally have not been on the agenda in the bilateral relationship. So I think it's also an opportunity for Prime Minister Carney to explain further his new foreign policy approach for Canada and also his understanding of where the world is right now. So follow up to his very famous Davos speech now, an opportunity to discuss those issues with Prime Minister Modi and others in India.
Ma'am, do you see this reset in the relationship that was started after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Canada for the G7 summit to continue? Because yes, there are baggages in the relationship. They're right now not out in the public, but for India there are worries when it comes to Khalistani extremism. So do you see or foresee the reset to continue, or do you see hiccups coming?
I think it's in the interest of both countries to pursue and to deepen this reset. You're absolutely right. There are some challenges in the relationship, certainly in the security sector, both for Canada as well as for India. There are now mechanisms to discuss those issues, security and law enforcement dialogues that have been launched, including through the recent visit of your National Security Advisor, Ajit Doval, to Canada just this month. So I think those discussions are ongoing, and they have to continue to be able to rebuild trust, strategic trust, as well as public trust in both Canada and India, because public opinion is not catching up with the political reset and the vision that the two governments have. So we need our public on board as well, which is why it's so important for the Prime Minister to visit and to speak in India with officials as well as publicly. And I do believe that there's enormous opportunity here in the relationship, and we have to be steadfast in addressing the challenges.
Steadfast in addressing the challenges, but when it comes to this visit, do you foresee big ticket announcements like when it comes to uranium deal, which is much talked about, when it comes to trade, because in fact the Indian Trade Minister was expected to come. That visit could not happen, but it's expected to happen in March. So what, in your ways, do you think will be the big ticket takeaways from this important visit?
Absolutely. There will be announcements, certainly in the economic and commercial side. We also have the negotiations of the Canada Economic Partnership Agreement, the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. That needs to move, and I think the visit will give it much needed political momentum to finalize that as quickly as possible. We also have announcements around the educational sector. More than 21 Canadian university presidents were in India just this month. And so they will continue to move forward projects around technology, innovation, graduate research programs. We'll also see announcements in the energy sector. You mentioned nuclear, but there's a lot that we can do more generally, both in conventional LNG as well as crude oil, as well as renewable sector. So yes, there will be announcements, but this is about more than just economic announcements and deliverables. This is also about rebuilding trust in the relationship and putting the relationship on a much more resilient footing so that whatever differences arise, and there will be differences, they don't derail the progress made.
My last question, to build on the relationship, to make sure that there is no derailing, but clearly do you think the mantra is what was mentioned in the release, to expand and elevate the relationship? Very interesting set of words which was used in the press statement by the Canadian Prime Minister announcing the visit.
Absolutely. I think those words are significant, and I think we are seeing a desire on both sides to diversify their partnerships and to build resilience at home. This will serve Canadian interests, Canadian workers, businesses, and Canadian people, and this will also benefit Indian businesses and people. I think both Prime Ministers have a vision for where the relationship can go. Now they're trying to implement it. They have a mechanism put in place. We'll likely see a statement from the two Prime Ministers kind of further laying out where the relationship can go. I think it's a moment of opportunity, and we have to, again, be diligent diligent and disciplined in how we address the security and other concerns.
On that note, thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to WION here in Canada and giving us a broader picture about what the relationship is all about, and of course, the upcoming big visit of the Canadian Prime Minister.
My
Thank you so
pleasure.
much, ma'am.
My
Thank you, ma'am.
pleasure.
Sidhant Sibal for WION in Canada.